All right, listen, I want to talk about this book, The Sovereign Individual. Sounds dead posh, proper dusty, right? Written in 97 by like two old geezers, and one of them's literally a lord.
A lord? Jesus. You'd think he'd be writing about fox hunting, not the future. What's he know about the real world?
That's what I thought, but nah, get this. These two basically wrote a bleeding prophecy. They sat there, in the age of dial-up and Tamagotchis and mapped out the next 25 years.
Okay.
They called the rise of a new type of money, what they called cybercash. Hold up, you're winding me up. Cybercash in 97, before anyone had even heard of Bitcoin? I'm not winding you up, bruv. They described it. Encrypted, anonymous, borderless money.
Yeah?
That would, strip power from governments. They said it would be made of, and I quote, encrypted sequences of multi-hundred-digit prime numbers.
Wow.
If that's not a blueprint for crypto, I don't know what is.
That's actually mental. So what's the big secret? How did they call it? Did they have a time machine or something?
Nah, nothing that spooky. They just had this framework they called megapolitics. The idea is simple. Forget the clowns in Parliament, right? They don't drive history. Real change comes from these big underlying shifts.
Right.
And the biggest shift is in what they call the logic of violence.
Logic of violence. You're gonna have to translate that from posh speak, mate.
All right. It's just about who can take your stuff and how easy it is. So in the industrial age, wealth was physical, factories, land.
Mm-hmm.
You needed big armies and governments to protect it. So we got these huge nation states and they basically run a protection racket.
Right.
It's pay your taxes and we'll protect you from the other gangs.
Got it. It's the biggest gang on the block. Got it.
Exactly. But the information age completely flips the script. Now your wealth can be digital.
Okay.
It can be Bitcoin in a wallet that only you can access. Suddenly, it's way cheaper and easier for you to defend your assets with a bit of code
Right.
than it is for the state to attack and seize them. The gang's business model is, well, it's fucked.
So they lose their leverage. They can't just take our money as easily.
Bingo! And that is why they're shitting themselves about crypto. The book calls it the death of seigniorage. That's the government's ability to just print money.
Yeah?
And devalue your savings. I mean, inflation's just a stealth tax. It's theft, and cybercash or Bitcoin is the escape hatch.
Which leads to the next big thing, right? The actual collapse of the nation state. I mean, if you've got Bitcoin and your job is on a laptop,
Yeah?
why are you staying in a country that's rinsing you for 40% tax?
You're not. You're off. You become a customer, not a hostage. You start shopping for a country.
Wow.
This is jurisdictional competition. You see it now. People are like, oh, Portugal's got a 0% crypto tax. See you later, London. Or Dubai wants tech talent and the tax is low. I'm on the next flight. And the old idea of patriotism, fighting for your country, it starts to look a bit daft. Fighting to pay more tax. No thanks. It's an outdated myth for a world that's disappearing. And the people who get this are who the book calls the sovereign individuals. It's the new elite.
Okay.
Not the old money lords, but the coders, the traders, the entrepreneurs who are mobile. Their capital is their brain and their laptop.
Right.
They are sovereign because no single government has a leash on them.
Right, but let's be real. Is this person a hero we should all be trying to be, or are they just a selfish bastard like, sod society, I've got mine, I'm off to a tax haven?
Yeah.
It feels like the rich just pulling up the ladder.
That is the billion-dollar question, innit? The book paints it as the ultimate freedom, a true global meritocracy, but the dark side is what happens to the countries left behind.
Yeah?
They're left with all the debt, all the pension promises, and a shrinking tax base of people who can't leave.
And those people who can't leave get seriously pissed off.
And that is maybe the most brilliant prediction in the whole book. They called this backlash with perfect clarity.
Right.
They called them the new Luddites, people from the old industrial world.
Uh-huh.
People's skills just aren't valued anymore. They see their communities crumbling, they feel left behind.
Yeah?
They react with rage.
So they get nationalist, anti-globalization.
Yes.
They blame technology, they blame foreigners.
Sound familiar? It's the playbook for Brexit, for Trump, for all these populist movements. It's the roar of the people being made obsolete by a future they don't understand.
Right.
And can't profit from. The book says they'll try and put the walls back up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like trying to stop the tide coming in.
So this book isn't just a prediction.
No.
It's a warning. You either adapt, become more sovereign in how you think and work,
Exactly.
or you risk becoming one of the angry mob.
That's it in a nutshell. It's not about whether it's good or bad.
Right?
It's about seeing the machinery of the world for what it is, not what the news tells you it is. Power is flowing away from big, slow institutions
Yeah.
and towards fast, adaptable individuals.
So the whole system is being rewritten. The social contract is dead.
Dead.
The nation-state is a zombie, still walking, but the brain's gone.
It's on its last legs.
The transition will be messy as hell, but the arc is there. Less power to the state, more power to the individual. That's the thesis. Mad. To think two old blokes in tweed jackets figured all this out before most people even had an email address. Tells you everything, doesn't it? The best shorts aren't just about numbers on a screen, they're about understanding the deep currents of change before anyone else. Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. If the nation state is a service provider you can fire, what services would you actually be willing to pay for, and which country is currently offering the best deal? If you want to start investing crypto, you can sign up the exchange link below. Copyright by theBigShort.net.